and welcome to CNN News 18. Today we'll be joined by a very special guest. We're joined by Mr. Abdul Salam. Now he's one of the only Muslim candidates that has come out of the first list of the BJP. But Mr. Salam also has been the former Vice Chancellor of the Calicut University. This is not his first election. He has also contested earlier in the 2021 assembly polls from the Tirur assembly seat. But this time he'll be contesting from the Malappuram Lok Sabha seat. Thank you so much for joining us here at CNN News 18, sir.
Thank you very much.
Sir, my first question to you is, and which I started off by saying that you're the lone Muslim candidate in the first list of the BJP. Is this a part of the strategy of the BJP for Muslim inclusivity as well?
No, I don't think so. You see, BJP is a party believe in 100% inclusion, 143 crores included, the entire population included. The first list, I happen to be there. Maybe I may be fortunate to be there, 1 out of 195. For choosing me, see, there are about 19 crores of Muslims in the country. For choosing me as one out of 195, I feel obliged to the leadership at Delhi, BJP top leadership at Delhi.
You're going to be representing the Malappuram Lok Sabha seat. Now, Malappuram also is known to be socially, economically, but more than that, also we've seen that it's a volatile area. We've seen a lot of clashes that take place, especially between the cadres of the RSS as well as the now banned terror organization, which is called the Popular Front of India, and other institutions also of that kind. So, how do you see, especially this particular fight for you? Do you feel that you'll be able to impress upon, make a difference, especially in Malappuram, while
First
you're
of all,
campaigning
you
on
have to
that?
realize that, for us in Kerala, we are at ground zero. Whatever we make to the positive is a positive. That's number one. Again, from the Kerala 20 constituencies, if you reach out to the Muslim bastion, the Malappuram with 70% of Muslim, the task is still harder. Now, there was a fear factor among the Muslims right from 2014 when Modi ji became the Prime Minister. I was asked to, I am with the party right from 2014, but formally joined in 2019. And then I am appointed as a national vice president of the BJP Minority Morcha. And I was studying the mindset of the Muslims of this nation. We have realized, not me alone, along and across almost a number of Muslims, learned Muslims realized that we are, as Muslims in India, we are very safe here, much safer, much protected, much free than the Muslim nations like Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Our freedom for everything is much, much larger. Unfortunately, the power-hungry opposition, now the so-called Indie teams, several teams, in order to throw out Modi ji and his continuous regime, they were all the time trying to propagate false news, saying that Modi ji is the Muslim killer, talking about the Gujarat story and all that. We started investigating, doing some research. What are the facts behind that Gujarat story during Modi ji? And we realized, most of us realized, the fact that it was a created story. Modi ji was there as a chief minister. We can put the blame on him. But it was later categorically proved that he is innocent. As an incident happened, and it was squarely put on Modi ji just because he was a chief minister. He was not at all responsible for the Muslim disaster over there or Muslim killings over there. That's number one. But still, people started talking about the Muslims will not be free here. Minorities will be sent out of this country. In the meantime, certain hardcore people started shouting at minorities, some people here and there sporadically. All these things compounded together with the false narratives of the opposition together. There was a great shadow against Modi ji. We told our leaders at Delhi that, there is a fear factor. There is a created fear factor. thinking that, this is going to be a Hindu nation, Muslims will be out, Christians will be out. And, we realize that it is a created story. And most of the people know it now. That's number one. Number two, look at the 10 years of journey of Modi ji from 2014 to 2024 as the PM of India with all the power on him. Look at his actions. Can anybody show at least one single instance that is intended for, to the disadvantage of Muslims, harming the Muslims, accepting? When I say about this accepting, we should realize the fact that out of 143 crores of Indian population, 19 crores are Muslims and 3.5 or less than 4 crores are Christians. And closely 115 crores are Hindus. This is a Hindu-dominated, 80% Hindu-dominated nation. And if two persons clash, and if it happened to be a clash between one from the Muslim and the other from the Hindu, they started painting it in the name of communal clashes. All these compounded. Then when we explain this, what Modi ji said? Modi ji said, yes, there can be a fear factor, but you should not keep them out. It is your responsibility to go to them, meet them, greet them, shake hands with them, sit with them, provide all their requirements and necessities. Slowly, you have to prove yourself that you are not an enemy to them, you are a friend to them, you are a helper to them. So, with that perspective, the Minority Morcha, under the leadership of Jamal Siddiqui ji, we have done tremendous work, meet, greet, and
Let me take you again on a point that you said, sir, which you were saying that that obviously the BJP right now is only working from grassroots level upwards in Kerala specifically. The base, even though we do know that Kerala does have one of the largest number of RSS shakhas in the country as well, but still the base is not been able, BJP has not been able to make its mark. With what would you be going to the people this time? What is it that you're going to be telling the people of Kerala? Why should they vote for the BJP?
You are right. That's the right challenge we are looking at. You just look at 2014, then again 2019. There was again a false narrative at that point of time saying that Rahul ji is going to be the Prime Minister. So only vote for Congress and all, Kerala people. Traditionally, they are inclined to either to the LDF or the UDF, Communist or Congress, thinking that Rahul ji is going to be there. They have voted for this,
So what is the BJP going to the people with?
tell me, listen to me, please. See, the 10 years of developmental magic, we call it as a Modi magic or a Modi mantra or Modi model of governance, Modi model of administration, Modi model of inclusion, Modi model of technology, integrated development, inclusive development, total development, sabka saath, sabka vikas, sabka vishwas, sabka prayas. When he says all these things, he mean it. He talk less and act fast. He include everybody. Look at every program he has addressed, he has implemented to the nation. It's all for the entire people. Now more focused on Muslims. I will tell you, Mutalaq. Why Modi ji ran after Mutalaq? He was so sad to witness the condition in UP with the 26 crores of population and 5 crores of Muslims. Today you can see the Muslims of UP they're praying for him. Some people even, installed temples in his name. So the people who are knowing the real Modi, the Modi ji, he said, Muslim boys and girls, come on, you keep your Quran on the right hand and your computer on the left hand. You learn Quran, be spiritual. You learn computer, learn technology, be modern, up-to-date, good human being. And Mutala, then very many schemes for women, skilling program, employment program, educational program, scholarship program, Beti Bachao program, you list. More than 300 programs I have seen. Now his classes are either women or youth or farmers, or I think I don't immediately recall, another four classes of people, not based on caste, creed, or sex. So this sort of larger vision of Modi ji and his journey, the credentials he left over here, his honesty, his integrity, his global leadership, his acceptance all over the world, all the nations are standing before him. The leaders are standing before him. So what does it
So,
mean?
if I can ask you, you're talking about what the Modi style of governance, what Modi magic is going to do is what you're going to the people with.
Yeah,
Let me also ask you about Malappuram.
yeah.
In Malappuram as well, how are you going to be basically, what are you going to be campaigning on? What are you going to be telling the people of Malappuram? You're the candidate. Are you going to be the voice and face of the Muslim community there? What are you going to be telling them?
This is a very good question. Malappuram, which was being, which was sending only Muslim League candidates for the past 5 decades continuously. We'll be asking them what was their achievement, number one. Number two, if you send this Muslim League continuously to Delhi for sitting in the opposition bench, what is going to be benefits for Malappuram? Number two. Number three, realizing the innocence of the Malappuram people, nice people, good people, committed people, but innocence, committed to religious people, political, religiously, that is Muslim League politics, religious leaders. No, they have, their minds are with full of darkness, maybe of fear, or maybe religious fear, or some other fear injected by these people. Our first task will be to eliminate that darkness by throwing the light of Modi light. That is the first lie. See, look at our leader for the 10 years. What was the crime he has done for the Muslims? Rather than only goodness and goodness and goodness only. Look at it. Evaluate it. That's number one. Number two, fortunately, there are 3 to 5 schemes received by most of the people implemented by Modi ji. Maybe food or scholarship or employment, very many schemes, or this Jan Dhan or DBT or farmers' benefits. Now, if you look at that benefits sort of assessment, every home, every family received at least 3 to 5 benefits, number of benefits from this scheme. Number three, this this part of the world, people are literate, people are exposed to the electronic media, social media, and they are aware from their hearts. We read that they love Modi, they like Modi, but they are afraid of the religious political leaders and true religious leaders and religiously inclined political leaders. They are a bit afraid. They don't have the courage to, to break all these religious, you know, insecurities. So we
So,
have to
but
tell them.
Kerala also has had, let's talk about Lok Sabha elections. It's been largely with the LDF and the Congress UDF sending their candidates and them winning. Kerala has not made it to the cut till now, especially for the BJP. This time you're saying it's going to be the Modi mantra, right? How much do you think in Kerala how many seats will the BJP win in Kerala this time?
No, please don't ask such very difficult questions to me because Kerala is a ground zero state as far as BJP is concerned. But still, I tell you, this time we are going to make a break. If I say some number, that is not a premature statement. That will be a premature statement. But I'm sure there will be few groundbreaking results. In few Lok Sabha, we expect. It may not say that this now because for Kerala, if somebody is attempting for a prediction, that may not be fair, but still we have tremendous scope in terms of the Modi mantra, the development we have, the personality Modi ji is maintaining over the entire
Prime Minister
nation.
Modi has given a target of almost 50 seats for southern India. This
Yeah,
includes of states like Karnataka, where as of now the BJP has the largest number of seats. Out of 28 seats, they have 26 seats. They have not BJP has not been able to make a break in Kerala or in Tamil Nadu for that matter. They're looking at Telangana and Andhra Pradesh also is the target. So, looking at 50 seats in South India, how do you see how is the BJP going to fare?
See, that again is, South India, by and large, so far, the record is not very good for BJP. Everybody knows that. That is why when you said how many seats you are going to win, I was very, very, very moderate or modest to say that I cannot make a prediction. But still, I said I maintained a great confidence that we are going to make some break in a couple of constituencies. Maybe like Trichur or this Attingal or Thiruvananthapuram or Pathanamthitta. We have some
So
good
you're saying
constituencies.
Thrissur, Pathanamthitta, Attingal. You're not mentioning Thiruvananthapuram. You're not mentioning Malappuram.
Thiruvananthapuram I mentioned. You said I'm not mentioning Malappuram, isn't it? It is unfair if I say that I am going to win from Malappuram. That will be, people will treat it only as an overconfidence. But I tell you, after studying the psychology of the people over there, and my work there in the same constituency in the University of Calicut as Vice Chancellor, I don't want to make a self-statement, yes, I will win and all that. No. But I maintain a great hope that, you'll definitely have a positive impact, primarily in terms of my work there as Vice Chancellor. Secondly, as the Modi mantra that reached in every house and every mind of the women of that area, and again the youth, educated youth of that area. I believe all these factors come together. There will be a great positive impact. Whether this positive impact will just go up the other side, that is a
That's
that
what I'd like to ask you one more question on the issue base, if I can ask you. Malappuram also, and lastly, that area of northern Kerala, it's also madrasa driven education. There's a lot of, you were also talking about how you are going to shine the light of Modi ji on the darkness of minds of people. What exactly, even the Muslim women, when we were having an earlier conversation, you were talking about how Muslim women also coming out and talking to you and saying they're quite happy with UCC, they're quite happy with the fact that there's triple talaq has been removed.
this is what I am telling. Even without coming openly in the inside discussions, indoor discussions, Muslim women express great happiness on the programs implemented by Modi ji, particularly Mutalak, and also his idea for UCC and the scholarship programs and several women-centric programs he has implemented. And people have great respect and regard for him in their hearts. But they don't have the courage to come out openly and say that, yes, we are all BJP. That shyness is very much there. And again, I tell you, you can just note in my statement, this Muslim League, all the time, how long they will remain in opposition without doing anything for the constituency. BJP is going to be there 14, 19, 24, 29 like that. There is going to be a stability for BJP because of the excellence in their performance in action and philosophies and policies. So people will not throw out maybe here and there some, aberrant centers like maybe some pockets of Kerala and Bengal or some areas of Tamil Nadu, there are all changes are there. But I'm not going to make a very sweeping, yes, we are going to make a break and all. But we will make much better results than the previous years because of the factors I've explained.
Let me ask you another question on a person who's also who was representing the Wayanad seat, that is Rahul Gandhi.
Yeah.
What do you think? And then you also talked about the IUML as well.
Yeah.
What do you think of whether Rahul Gandhi is not expected to this time contest from Wayanad?
Yeah.
But you also talked about the India Alliance also giving a narrative or setting up a narrative, especially in India as well, saying that the BJP or Modi ji is anti-Muslim. How do you look at the fact of Rahul Gandhi not contesting from Wayanad this time?
Now, I think Congress is getting evaporated, fastly getting evaporated. Most of the people are finding opportunities to get themselves with BJP. And my feeling, maybe tomorrow or day after, even the IUML, they have no choice other than aligning with NDA because they also want to share power for their people. because of the expected stability of BJP government over decades. That is because of their policy and program. Without corruption, zero terrorism, all the time security, safety for everybody. And all these false narratives disappeared. They are not surviving. People are understanding. How long you can talk based on untruth, unrealistic things? People started realizing the realities of Modi regime and the developmental impacts. So naturally they will change. The youth change, women, the girls,
So
mothers.
let me ask you my last question, and that would be, uh, what do you think? How much will the BJP or the NDA get in this Lok Sabha elections in India under the leadership of Mr. Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister?
This year's possible level of number of seats you are talking, the possibility
This
of
Lok
number of
Sabha,
seats. Now I go with the estimates made by our national leaders. It will definitely be between 370 to 400.
370 to 400.
Yeah. These estimates are not simple, abdacadabra sort of estimates. These are real scientific surveys, reading the minds of the people by conducting several surveys, looking at the impact of the people of Modi programs, the minds of the people, how they are thinking, looking at the smile of the people.
Will the Muslims back the BJP in India, across India?
Muslims back. What is that?
Will the Muslims back the BJP as well under the leadership of the Prime Minister, Mr. Modi? Do you think they will be backing the party BJP while in this election?
Sure. They have to back Modi ji only because they realize that all these are false. Number one. Number two, he only can save the nation. Number three, if you want to have a safe future generation, your son, your children, and all that to be safe, they want a great, strong father like Modi ji. He's like a father of the nation, of a family, always thinking of the protection, safety, security, and future of his children. All the 143 crore he considers his own children. We all get a feel that he is not just like a prime minister. More than that, he is a guardian of the nation.
Right, sir. Right. Thank you so much for talking to us here at CNN News 18 and sharing your views with us.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.